What's going on, my good people? What's going on? Monday, October 3rd, Overreaction Monday. The man-to-man pod, I'm Antoine Bethea. My co-host D Butler, man, he's going to be tapping in with us shortly, having some technical difficulties. But, again, it's Overreaction Monday. You know what it is today, man. We're going to cover a lot of the games yesterday. A wild Sunday. A lot to talk about. We definitely going to tap in and talk about our Colts. Last night's game, Tampa Bay versus Kansas City. Then we had a lot of games throughout the day. My picks, man, it was a rough day for me and my picks. But we're gonna tap in, we're gonna talk, get your reaction. You're good, the bad, the ugly. What teams are dead, what teams are looking good. Really this first quarter of the year, kind of touched on it before previous episodes. You can kind of start to see what the teams are going to be. First 2 weeks it's kind of tough. Don't know what's going to happen, but now you can get a sense of who's going to be those contenders, who's going to be those pretenders, who can get ready for next year's draft. But again, man, we're going to tap into those games. So yeah, catch you on this other side. My guy D Butt, man, he'll be in shortly. Obviously, we got to talk about what they did on Saturday night too, in the Thunderdome with the Pat Mack crew. That was dope. But again, we'll catch you on the other side. Get those questions ready. What's going on, everybody? As always, appreciate y'all for tapping in. Another great Monday to talk some ball, some overreactions. And I'm going to jump right into it. My Indianapolis Colts. Like, what is going on? Excuse me. What is going over there in Indy? I think myself and D Butt, we picked Indy to win. This would have put us in a great situation as far as the AFC South. But it's not looking good, man. Titans was able to win 24-17. Derrick Henry came alive, 22 carries, 114 yards, one tug. Matt Ryan went 27 for 37, 356 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Jonathan Taylor towards the end of the game, I guess that toe started flaring up. Shaquille Leonard back in the lineup. But I'm not sure what it is. Obviously, you don't want to get on here, point fingers. It is Overreaction Monday. But it's some things that we just got to switch up, man. We're not playing well. We're starting off slow. I think that was really one of the big things I saw yesterday, just coming out the gate and not seemingly not ready to play from the jump. But I'm interested in just to even see what my co-hosts would think, because I'm looking at the game. Obviously, like you said, JT went out. He was dealing with a toe injury. Shaquille, yeah, he did get hurt yesterday. And I hate having to point the fingers, man. But we talked about it before. Like, it got to start at the top with Frank, right? Having, as a head coach, that's the main thing. One of the main things that you're there for, just to have your players ready. And again, the O-line, the pass rush was get to Matt Ryan, and just not be able to have those big plays, man. And it's tough to watch. It is tough to watch. A few of you guys are commenting in the comment section. And again, it's not complimentary. Offense not playing off the defense, special teams. It's not looking good. I feel like this week, it's one of them things where, okay, where can we start to make some changes? If it's putting a guy in that you probably wasn't thinking about putting in the game or in the rotation earlier this year, but something has to click, something has to give. And again, it's a long season, 13 games left. Where they're sitting at in the division, I think they might be one game back. So it's don't have to hit the panic button. But again, with Shaquille Leonard getting hurt, not knowing what that's going to be. Jonathan Taylor, we talked about it on this show. I know I've dealt with a toe, with two toes. So I know as you play in this league, man, as the season progresses, that toe is going to be there. So how will he be able to manage that? How will the Colts be able to manage him to be able to continue to produce? But Colts got to get it together. The Colts got to get it together. Don't want to be able to get far out of their reach this early in the season, man. But it's rough, man. It's rough. It is rough. But again, Colts lose 24-17 to the Titans, man. Wasn't expecting that when I thought the Colts were going to be able to get on a little run here. But to the next, Minnesota Vikings over the Saints in London. Vikings, Saints, tough game. Saints, having some guys out. Jameis not playing. Mike Thomas not playing. Alvin Kamara didn't play. The Vikings was able to pull this one out, man. Justin Jefferson looking like, well, I ain't going to say looking like, is wide receiver number one over there. It's crazy. Just a couple years ago, Adam Thielen was over there eating. Still good receiver core. But Justin Jefferson, 10 catches, 147 yards. Chris Olave, rookie receiver for the Saints, man. He's having himself a good year. With him being an addition and having Juice Landry come through and Mike Thomas coming back off of missing a year last year. The Saints have a good wide receiver core. They just got to be able to get them, get everybody on the field at the same time, because they, on paper, they got what it takes, but they just not being able to pull these games out early in the year. Solid game. Nakeem, I'm interested to hear your viewpoints on your Saints. The refs hating. Got to play through them refs. Zach says they need a QB. And is Jameis not the answer? Is that it? Is Jameis not the answer? Because, again, you look at their offense on paper, shit, they got it all. They got it all. Alex Cash, he's saying send Mitch to the Saints. Shit, Mitch just got benched. We're going to talk about that too. But Stu Lerner, Andy Dalton was low-key slinging it. Paul. But again, them Saints, man, it's Vikings D suspect for letting up 22 banged up. I mean, again, this is the NFL, so it's any given Sunday. So you got to come out, you got to play. You got some talented guys on the roster. But the Vikings, man, they're looking good in that division. Obviously, you still got the Packers, who was able to get squeak out a win against the New England Patriots in overtime yesterday. We'll speak on that game a little later. But yeah, the Vikings, you got the Packers. Detroit Lions doing what Detroit does, and then the Chicago Bears not looking good either. But Justin Jefferson, is he the best receiver in the league right now? And I know that's not far off of a overreaction, but is Justin Jefferson the top dog in the league right now when we're speaking on receivers? Early in his career, but he's doing some damage out there, and I love to see it. D-Butt about to tap in with us. I'm gonna go back to this Indy game real quick, so y'all hang tight. Just get some of his reactions of this Colts and Titans game. Then we're gonna get back on this thing.
Yo,
What it do?
Can you hear me?
You good money?
All right, we good. No spectrum. Hey man, I'm glad I missed that Indy talk. Can we just keep?
Nah. We got to go back to that. We was just talking, man. It's looking ugly over there for our boys, man. And I told the listeners, it was like you got to start at the top. And we spoke on this before, where it just seemed like for me that Indy not ready to play when when the ball is kicked, and trying to ease into the game. And again, as a head coach, your job is to have your guys ready to play. And then when you get out there, it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. And JT didn't finish the game. Shaquille Leonard. Like, what is it, man? You gotta start implementing some guys that we didn't think that we was gonna implement this early. See if we can get a spark, change some things up.
I mean, like you said, it starts at the top. And we saw when Frank and Chris got extended. We had conversations about it, but guys got to be ready to play. And then obviously on the players, man, they gotta show up and make plays too. But I mean, it starts. We always talk about in the trenches, and offensively, that was supposed to be one of our strengths, right? We drafted high there. We spent a lot of money there, and we've been getting our ass kicked. And this goes all the way back to last year, especially in pass pro. We've been getting whooped on. Matt Ryan, he got to hold on to the damn ball, even if he is getting hit. I think 8-9 fumbles already through 4 games. Like that can't happen. The ball is a program. JT getting banged up. We got young wide receivers. Michael Pittman made plays. Pierce made some plays. Jelani Wood made plays. Mo Alley Cox. But it's just not enough, man. It's not enough, and the standard is the standard, and that was the standard that kind of y'all set, all those years back where, the Colts were winning 11, 12, 13 games every year. The AFC South, that was like, damn near a foregone conclusion. Like that's our division. And now it's like coming into the year, a lot of people crowned us, but and we saw it last year. You saw it in person, a game we needed most. But we just not getting it done, man. Big time players not getting it done. Role players not getting it done. I honestly, I mean, I don't know what. I don't even know. It ain't like it's just you can point to one thing and be like, it's just the quarterback playing bad, or it's just the corners, it's just the O-line. Like it's a lot of different things, and that's when you really get concerned. That's when you start thinking about, okay, do we need to make some real changes at the top? In week 5, you never want to even be having those conversations, but here we are. We started off ugly, we started off bad, and then defense played much better in that second half. But you know what it is. We got to be able to come out Sunday and play 60 minutes of football. And if you look around the league as a whole, I feel like this is the most parity we've seen in a while.
Long time.
As far as you know what I mean? Like as far as like games being competitive, like you don't know who, like Patriots, they roll out a 3rd string quarterback.
Take them to overtime.
It take the back-to-back MVP and the Green Bay Packers to overtime. So it's no excuses. We obviously had the players. I think we have the pieces on that roster, but we're not getting it done. And it starts from the top. So you obviously got to take a long, hard look at Frank Wright. Got to have some conversations there with Chris Ballard, Frank Wright, and We got to figure some shit out, man. Figure some shit out quick.
Positive thing though, like again, they only one game behind in the AFC South. So as we know, the first thing first, win your division, and you get in the dance. So that's a plus, but it's still there. It's not out of arm's reach. So again, man, like we said, man, Colts, man, gotta back in the building today. Let's watch this film. Let's make the corrections, man. And on Wednesday, we gotta go at this thing like, hey, it's time to turn over a leaf, man. Something got to happen. Something got to give, man. Something has to give.
It's that new quarter too,
Yeah.
First quarter out the way, and like regardless of where you at, all right, let's like you said, you wrap up. Maybe that's how you wrap up the Monday meeting. Hey, with all this said and done, all as shitty as we played, as bad as this is look or that is look, we still one game behind.
Yeah,
and it's AB's Jacksonville Jaguars, so they ain't used to being there. They ain't used to being at the top and holding on to that. So it should be a competitive finish in this AFC South. But damn, Colts, come on, let's go, man.
Yeah. We're gonna run through some of these real quick, man. Get your overreactions, man. We got the Bears and the Giants. Giants, man, hey. They finding ways to win 20-12. Saquon looking like Saquon of old, 31 carries, 146 yards. Daniel Jones had a solid game. DJ's been playing pretty well. And Bears, I think what was the over for Fields?
He hit it. He got it. It was
40-some yards.
145. One of the lowest
on it, man. But he hit the over 50%, 174 yards. Any thoughts here, man? Barkley on Saquon, on DJ, on the Bears. How bad the Bears are looking. Like,
I mean, I'm honestly not shocked. I was one of the teams. You looked at the roster coming in. You looked at the offense coming in on paper. What did they do to help Justin Fields? Justin Fields obviously got to do a lot to help himself too. He has to play better, but I don't think outside of Herbert, their running back Herbert's been balling, but it's been looking rough for Justin Fields, and they didn't want to pay Roquan Smith, clearly their best player on the roster. Should have took care of him, but I think the Bears are a few years away, man. I think they're a few years away, and hopefully they could be hitting some type of stride once A-Rod hangs it up. But they look like a few years away. And then the Giants, like you said, they ball. You always start. You start at the top of the head coach position, and he got them guys. He 3-1. Find the ugly ways to win. Went through. Had Saquon pretty much playing quarterback because DJ went down. I think with an ankle,
something like that.
Yeah, I think DJ went down with an ankle. Tyrod Taylor came in, and he went out with a concussion. So I hope he's hope he has a speedy recovery. And then you still find a way to win. It's against the Bears, but like we just said, it's a competitive league. I saw some crazy stat with like all 14 games from the 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock hour were like one possession ball games or within 10 points or something like that going into the fourth quarter. And it was the first time that happened in the NFL. So no excuses, man. You got to go out there and it's 60 minutes. Everybody got a game plan, and that game plan has to switch up. Somebody's got to step up, maybe do a little more than they expected. They were expected to do on that Sunday, but no real takeaways outside of the Giants being 3-1. You look at that NFC East that everybody talks shit about, including us.
I was just about to say that. Shit.
Coming into the year, we got everybody 4-0?
Except for your Commanders. You got the Eagles 4-0. You got the Cowboys. You got the Cowboys and the Giants 3-1. And then you got your man Carson Wentz leading the Commanders sitting at 1-3.
My quarterback. Matter of fact, two of my quarterbacks are sitting at the top of their divisions right now. Jalen Hurts sitting at 4-0, last remaining undefeated team in the National Football League. And then you got Tua, who, get well soon, Tua. And my Miami Dolphins, they sitting at 3-1 with the Bills on top of that division as well. So Chargers went and got a win yesterday against the Texans, who was kind of like on our upset alert.
Yeah, definitely was on mine.
Yes, we'll get to those games, but the biggest takeaway I would say from this game is the Giants finding a way to win, and we know how important it is. That's everything in this league. I don't care who did it, how it got done. We haven't been a part of games where our quarterback may have thrown for 400 yards or defense may have had a great game, but somehow, some way we don't figure out a way to win it. So they found out a way to win 3-1 through the first quarter. I don't think the Giants fans, the Giants team, could imagine a better start for them.
Good, man. Like you said, coming out this first quarter, 3-1, man. It's all about that confidence. I know there's a lot of confidence in that building. It's nothing like walking in your building on a Monday morning after a win like that, sitting 3-1, man. Everybody smiling, everybody talking, nobody walking by each other in the hallway, not speaking. You know what I'm saying? It's all love, man. So again, man, it's that energy. It's what Dayball's been able to bring into that building. We talk about it all the time. Culture is very, very important.
Everything.
We talk about the great teams, the good teams, to the bad teams. You know what I mean? Everybody has talent, but it's those little things that coaches can bring to a team just to elevate the play, man. He's been doing that. But again, like you said, they got to continue it. Can't just be happy and excited that we're 3-1. Got to keep the team rolling because, again, like we said, in that NFC East, you have two other teams that's playing some good ball. You gotta keep up.
Yeah, man. I'm liking this year, man. We don't know what the hell to expect. I don't know if you showed our betting numbers yet. I hope not. Our games that we'll pick, but you look at that shit, man.
So that could be, like you said, that could be a good thing. Some parity in the league, like
a lot.
If we all sitting there like, hey, we 40 and we over 500, but now we real even right now, so that's a good thing. But we'll those records in a little bit.
Yeah, if we anywhere near 500, that's a good thing right now.
One of the game of the weeks, we talked about two of the top young quarterbacks in the league. The Buffalo Bills, led by Josh Allen, the Baltimore Ravens, led by Lamar Jackson. Tight game.
Yep.
Came down to the end where the Bills was able to run the clock out. Ravens didn't have any more timeouts, kick a field goal. Bills.
You got a chance to catch it?
Yeah, I call some of it.
What was your thoughts on the obviously Lamar and the Ravens had drove down 4-something left on the clock, 4th down, 4th and goal. I think inside the 5. 2020 top ball game at that point. The Bills had stormed back. I think they had 20 unanswered at that point.
Yep.
What was your thoughts on that decision?
I didn't like it. Man. You got one of the best kickers to ever play the game on the sideline. Get you them points.
Take the 3?
Huh?
Take the 3?
Take the 3, man. Take the 3. Like, again, like I'm cool with you making the decision. If that's what you standing on, I'm cool with that. And I get where you might be thinking the coaches might be thinking the headset, man. Buffalo Bills, they second half, they've been rolling, 20 unanswered. Can our defense slow them down? I get those conversations, but for me, man, let's play the game. Like, I get it, you playing to win. I respect it, but I'm taking those points, man. Kick that field goal, 3. You run your defense out there.
That's where the issue comes in with this defense. And
I get it.
It's the point she just made. If you trust your defense, you take the points. I don't know. Did he say he trusts his defense? I don't know if he said he trusts his defense, but we saw what happened with my Miami Dolphins. They went into the 4th quarter up 21, I think. We came back and beat them. There's another game. Somebody stormed back on them too, but they haven't been able to hold these leads. So I don't know what it is defensively with the Ravens.
Yeah.
But late in games, especially, teams have been able to, I guess, figure them out, or maybe they're just getting too cute and not communicating, having free runners. But that's where the decision was made. Just like that 4th and 2 game all those years back, my rookie year, Indy, versus New England. Bill say I'm going for it, 4th and 2 in my own territory. Why? Defense ain't been able to stop Peyton in the second half.
Yeah.
So I know if they get this ball back, most likely they're gonna drive down here and score. And I feel like Harbaugh probably had that same mindset. Like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna put it in my best player's hands. Lamar Jackson, who is one of the top 5 quarterbacks in this league right now, put it in his hands. Let him win it. And then if our defense go out here and get a stop, hey, we get a win. If not, we go to overtime. But I feel you as far as taking the points and being safe, but 4 minutes left, you got it. It's no way you have confidence in that defense to go out there and get a stop against Josh Allen, the Bills offense at that point in the game. So I'm with you. I don't have a problem with the decision. I didn't love the play call, the straight drop back. Give something, let 8 move around. And even with that straight drop back, though, somebody that number 2 receiver, I think it was a running back over to the left, was wide open, but he missed them. But it was interesting. And then the little spat between him and Marcus Peters, I don't know what that was really about.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like the call to go for it. I obviously didn't like the result, but I like the call to go for it. 2 good teams came down to, 1 possession game, like we kind of thought it would. But I ain't go second guess Harbaugh.
Nah, I mean, great coach. You know what I mean? And being wearing that hat, you got to make those type of decisions. Again, I'm not mad at it. I just would have took the points. Again, to your point, I know the conversation was in the head when the headsets. Our defense ain't been stopping shit. Like, what we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So I trust me, I get it. Speaking on the Marcus Peters, like, do you obviously we don't know what was said, what was going on, but like, do you, as a former player, do you see anything wrong like that? I mean, obviously we see a lot where guys blowing up on the sideline, having disagreements. Do you see anything wrong with that? Especially like you said, you just mentioned the defense hasn't been playing great late in the games, and again to blow a 17-point lead, like
at home too.
Against AFC, like this is gonna have some impact later on down the season, as far as seedings in the AFC. Like, you see any problems with that? As far as
I hate it. I hate that type of interaction. And we know things happen, right? Things happen if we going over adjustments or we coming off the field, emotions are high. But like, and I don't know what the interaction was. I don't know what Harbaugh said to Marcus, so I can't just come at Peters and say, hey, he completely out of line. But you hate to see it, especially when players got to get between a player and the head coach on the sideline. You don't like to see that. So no, I'm not a fan of that at all, from the player standpoint or from the coach's standpoint. But, I don't want to assume too much, because you don't know what was said. Now, if I heard what was said, how it was said, whatever, I could make more of a judgment, but don't like to see it. Wasn't a good look for the team. So I guess I'll leave it at that. But it was the Ravens, man, they don't let a few slip away. And you let Wink Martindale walk, which, you make a decision, you bring in a new defensive coordinator who is familiar with the organization, familiar with the players. He had left for a year and was a DC from Michigan. But Wink over there with New York, Wink 3-1 right now too, so they might be missing him right now. But they got to figure it out. They got to figure it out up there in Baltimore. I think it's a 3-way tie right now, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be with over in the AFC North. Your Bengals,
2-2.
Yeah, the Browns and the Ravens. So, this season, man, it started out. We thought this was gonna be a really good NFL season. It's panning out that way, and I think going into the final stretch, playoff push, there's gonna be some surprises on both sides, AFC and NFC, when it comes down to who actually makes the dance, seedings, all that. So it's gonna be real interesting. Interesting.
Shout out Jordan Poyer, man, getting back in the lineup. 2 big picks, man. Jordan Poyer, and then obviously Micah Hyde out on IR, but I think we talked about it. Might be, when both of those guys are on the field, the best safety duo in the league at the moment. But having him back, having one of your leaders back, your captains back, back in that secondary where they were it will hurt. A lot of guys out in the secondary, but to have him back, man. Shout out to him, man. The ball out there.
Big plays.
Yeah.
Game-changing plays.
Yeah. As a defensive coordinator, man, I know that makes you feel so much better when you have one of your leaders come back. You know what I mean? Be able
That's
to
another coach on the field.
Another coach on the field. I was just about to say that. So to be able to like calm guys down, even if you don't get a play in, be able to get the defense in the right play. So I know Leslie Frazier, man. I know he's excited to have one of his leaders back in the lineup.
Yeah, that's you can't even put a value on that really, because you don't know when it's gonna show up. You know what I mean? That headset go out or something come in and it ain't the right player or the right situation, and have a AB or a Weddle or a Poyer on the field that can just kind of get things situated. And that play he made late in the down, Lamar threw it up, going to get that. Like that was an experienced play, just seeing him going to get it, kind of like that late plaster. But yeah, man, big time play from Poyer. Bills found a way to win it, and I obviously, as a Dolphins fan, I wanted to see the Ravens pull this one out. But
yeah, not two in a row, though.
Almost.
Your Chargers.
Some lines on your camera feed now. Your camera feed Christian.
Yeah, I just seen that.
That thing was clear. That thing might be too clear. That thing 8K.
I don't know what happened. Hold on.
But yeah, what we got? I go to the next one. You're getting it situated. Los Angeles Chargers went on the road, played the Houston Texans, went back to where they got upset last season. Against my better judgment, I picked the Texans to cover. I forgot what the spread was, but I picked them to cover. Chargers went over there and handled business. Herbert, 27 for 39, 340 yards, 2 TDs. He played well. Damian Pierce played well for the Houston Texans. But this is a big win. Big win for the Chargers. Obviously, their roster banged up. Missing some big-time players on that roster. But for Herbert to go out there and get a big-time win on the road, none of these things are given. None of these games are given. This is easily a game you can look at and just say, oh, go out there. You see this schedule before the season. Oh, win, dub. Oh, we'll beat them by a couple scores. And they did, but it was tougher. It was tougher than expected. But a big time win from the Chargers, from my Chargers. So what's my team records right now? I think the Chargers might be 2-2, Dolphins 3-1, Eagles 4-0. And my damn Colts, man, 1-2-1. It's rough right now, man. It's rough right now in Indy, but Texas caught that L. And we'll keep on moving it along. Seattle, Detroit, Geno Smith. It's Geno season. 23 for 30, 320 yards, 2 TDs. Geno was out there cooking, man. I had the Seahawks winning this one. I did not see 93 points being scored in this game. 48-45. The Detroit Lions right now are leading the league in points per game on offense, and then also leading the league in points given up per game on defense. So they're basically the old Jameis Winston of the NFL right now. Scoring points, giving them up. The Lions, one thing about it, they're not going away easy. They're not going away quietly. No easy dubs against the Lions. AB back.
Yep.
So yeah, I thought the Seahawks were gonna kind of run away with this one, but the Lions, per usual, they made a late game push. 48-45. Jared Goff on the other side, 26 for 39, 378 yards, 4 TDs, 1 pick, missing his top receiver, missing his top running back. So valiant effort. No more victories out here though. But what did you think from this game? What do you think about this game, AB?
Man, you mentioned it, man. Geno Smith, man. Geno Smith playing some good football, man. Some of the throws that he had, placement of the ball. I mean, one touchdown, it was back shoulder, man. It was things like 12 personnel. And typically you get in a slot formation and you run those two tight ends on two verticals. I think they were in the lines were in man. Safety had inside leverage, and just the ball placement for Geno was great, where only his guy could get it. Him using his legs, being mobile. So Geno, man, a hell of a game, as you see, only seven incompletions, man, and the Lions, man, again playing tough, playing tough in there, covering as always, but still got to make that.
What was the line in this game?
Look,
matter of fact, I'll look real quick. But I know I had the
yeah, I had the Lions winning. I had the Lions winning. But again, to my point, the Lions got to take that next step. Playing tough, they end the games, but they got to find a way to win these games. Again, that's what separates the good teams from the great teams, and the bad teams from the good teams. Just finding ways to win the games. But
Detroit didn't cover. Detroit was favored.
Oh, they was favored?
Yeah, Detroit was favored by 3.5.
Damn, I thought they was.
Yeah, so I had to see Seattle going in there covering and winning, which I mean somebody had to win on my ticket. Somebody had to get it. But like you said, they got to take that next step, and it's a fine line between winning and losing in the National Football League. And the Detroit Lions, if anybody knows that, but I mean, shit, you got to respect the effort, man. You got to respect the effort. Give week in, week out.
When you turn on the film, it's like we doing a lot of good shit. But on the flip side, we doing some bonehead stuff too. Like, defense couldn't stop. It couldn't stop nothing yesterday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, when you get to the point when you're able to play that complementary football where the offense and defense, special teams is playing off of one another, they'll be fine. But coach got them out there playing tough, playing hard, not quitting. So that says something, I guess, about your team.
They scoring the most points in the league and giving up the most points in the league right now. So, exactly. So, Tone, hey, you got something. It's a silver lining, I guess. But something else that happened in this game. I want to know if you had any experience with this. DK Metcalf got carted to the locker room to take a shit. He said, then he retweeted it. It got reported during the game, like, yeah, DK Metcalf was carted off to the locker room, but it wasn't injury related. So I saw, I'm like, what that got going on? And then he retweeted it after the game, like, he said, yeah, that clinch walk wouldn't have made it all the way to the joint. So vet move right there by DK. But have you had any experience ever in just, when you gotta go during a game while you're on that side? Because that is a long game where you're on there.
Yeah, no, I haven't. So that's like one thing is like, gotta be smart what you eat the night before and breakfast time. You know what I'm saying?
Game meal.
Yeah, like you got to be real smart and cognizant of that. And then it's like that was one of my main things before I ran out that tunnel. I'm gonna go in that stall and chill for a little bit, even if ain't nothing knocking on the door. I'm gonna go
like
chill
you got
for
your
a little
kids.
bit.
Hey, go use the bathroom before we leave the house now.
I don't gotta use it.
Go try. I don't gotta use that. Nah, go try.
Yeah. So it was one of them things. So I've never experienced one of those. How about you?
Yeah. I got me one time, and it was something. And like to your point, always trying to be careful. We go to the hotel the night before, and we usually eat similar things. Sometimes you go on the road.
Uh-oh. That's me or that's Spectrum? Y'all let me know. Is that me or that D Butt? Yeah, it must be D Butt. D Butt, he gonna tap back in. So he said before he jumped on, hopefully Spectrum can get him right. But we back to old times, man. Nakiba, we for y'all that didn't see it, Pat and the boys, D Butt was on live Saturday in the Thunderdome, covering the Clemson North Carolina State game, and they had Phillip Rivers, obviously North Carolina State alum. I don't know where Phillip was at, but that Spectrum was not playing with Phillip Rivers Saturday night. So the keeper said, since we were talking shit about it, he coming back to get us. But nah, D-Butt, he gonna tap back in with his story. But yeah, man, you gotta be aware, man. A lot of times you got them hotels and the food might not be right, or the wings. And y'all be surprised what they have for the night before the game as far as pregame meals. You would think it would be all healthy stuff, but it'll be burgers, chicken fingers, ice cream, cookies, all type of stuff. So you just gotta be smart. Gotta be smart. But hey, DK he had to go handle his business. New York Jets. The New York Jets. Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Zach Wilson, man, first game, obviously got injured in the preseason, but being able to come in and get these boys a win. Steelers benching Mitch Trubisky, Pickett coming in, rough go with his first action of the regular season, 10-13. But the 3 incompletions were interceptions. I know one of them I saw definitely was not his fault. Chase Claypool, man, got to go up and get that. He had 6 carries, 15 yards, and 2 tugs. A new era in Pittsburgh. We, coming into the first game, Coach Tomlin announced that Mitch Trubisky would be a starter. I always kind of say, hey, put the young boy Kenny Pickett out there and let it rock. Coming from Pitt, we talked about it, same locker room, whatever the case may be. But now we'll be able to see the young boy and see what he can do. Obviously, the guys are around him, got to help him out. On the defensive side of the ball, Watt being out, that's, obviously having one of your best players not out there will have some type of impact. But I'm excited to see what Kenny Pickett is going to be able to do. Get a full week of preparation, knowing that you're going to be the starter. I know that helps. So it's going to be good to see. And also a question for y'all: what's next for Mitch Trubisky? What happens next? What happens with Mitch, man? Back up. Does he have another home? What's going to happen with Mitch? No, Stu learning you right. Steelers couldn't get it done. No excuse, no explanations. Got to get it done. Morley Moore said he's gonna look like Fields 2.0. The O-line is trash, and I'm glad people are starting to realize this. Like these young quarterbacks, I think we put them in a tough situation. Like for all the good quarterbacks, when you see it, they have mostly everything around them to help them, succeed. I would say, good O-line, good coaching, players around them that can help them as well. So when these young quarterbacks come out here and they're running for their lives, they already try to, come in, get the playbook and realize what this NFL game is about. It's tough for them. It's tough for them. but Dan says no way Mitch gets another starting gig. He's a career backup. He had his chance. So Dan said Mitch fumbled, had his chance, was able to, come and show Pittsburgh, hey, this is what I can do for y'all. But Dan said no way in hell. We're going to see. We are going to see. Nah, I ain't see that. Did you see the Jets tweet? They used the sneakers, got them graphic, and put black Air Force Ones on it. But man, we gonna see, man. Definitely excited for the young boy Kenny Pickett. Got an opportunity to come in and rock, man. So let's see the upcoming weeks, man, what the young boy can do. Jacksonville Jaguars, my Jacksonville Jaguars, man. I had them. I had the Eagles in this one. 29-21 Eagles win. Sanders, man, huge game. 27 carries, 134 yards, and 2 tugs. Lawrence, not a great game. 11 for 23, 174 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Pretty decent game. It was ugly out there. Raining and stuff, but with the elements, Jalen Hurts was able to get it done again, in a different way this week. Run game was heavy again with the elements and things of that nature. Jaguars, I still like what I see out the Jags. I still like what I see. Play hard, running to the ball. They have some playmakers. And again, Doug Peterson, man, coming back to Philly, he has that team looking totally different than last year. And it's crazy. Just, early in this season, 4 games in, they look totally different. And again, to the listeners and the people that follow us, question for us was, hey, who's your surprise team this year? Like, who do you think could jump out there and surprise the world? And my pick was Jacksonville. I thought Jaguars with the new head coach coming into the building with the Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram, and then you go to the draft, drafting some studs. I thought that they could put a good run together. Right now, sitting at 2-2, at the top of the division with Tennessee in the AFC South. Again, man, keep your eyes on Jacksonville. They're doing some good things. And obviously the Eagles 4-0, undefeated, playing well, defense playing good. Every game not going to be a blowout. You need some of these games as a team that's looking to be one of the top dogs in the league. You need some of these ugly games, these ugly wins. But again, man, Hurts is leading that team. I love to see it. And hey, 4-0 for the Eagles, man. Let's see if they can keep it going. Not gonna spend too much time on this Cleveland Browns and Falcons game. Cleveland Browns losing 23-20. And these are the type of games I feel like, I took the Browns. I think myself and D-Buck took the Browns thinking that the Falcons was going, the Falcons was going Falcons. But for the Browns, man, these are the type of games that you got to win. These winnable games, the teams you're supposed to beat, you got to win these games. But hey, one positive thing, they trying to feed Chubb. Like, get Chubb the rock and let him eat. 19 carries, 118 yards, 1 tug, and losing fashion, though. But we'll move on to this next game. Washington Commanders at Dallas. Cooper Rush, man. Cooper Rush 3-0 this year. 4-0 in his first 4 starts dating back to last year. Dallas Cowboys tied in division with the New York Giants, sitting at 3-1. Cowboys are looking good. CeeDee Lamb, 6 catches, 97 yards. Michael Gallup back into the lineup off of his injury. Cooper Rush playing really well. Zeke playing really, really well. Pollard running the rock. Cowboys looking good. Cowboys looking good. Our guy D, but he might be about to jump back in here. I don't know. That spectrum a little shaky. But this is from my guy Darius Butler. Trayvon Diggs playing really good ball this year. Whole lot of experts on the cornerback play have been pretty quiet when it comes to seventh place so far this season. A lot of people was at Trayvon Diggs' neck, but to D Butt's point, he is playing well. And from PFF, Trayvon Diggs in week 4 allowed only 1 catch. He forced 2 incompletions, and he had 1 interception. 0 passer rating. Hell of a game. Hell of a game, man. Last year, ending the year with 11 picks off top. That's already hard to do. Him being a former receiver, ball skills is top notch. One knock that some of us DBs get sometimes that we can't catch, but him being a former receiver, ball skills top notch. Yesterday, the dive and interception that he had, great catch. But man, shout out to Trayvon Diggs, man. We got his older brother on the show, man. We got to get Trayvon on the show, man. But again, man, what's your thoughts on the Cowboys led by Cooper Rush at the moment? I know a lot of people like to, talk quarterback competition. What are y'all thoughts, man? Dallas Cowboys playing really well. Cooper Rush is doing what he needs to do. Again, having that opportunity, coming into the game and maximizing his op. Like when Dak is healthy, obviously Dak is going to come in and start. No questions there. Like that, healthy, 100% healthy, this is your job. But hypothetically speaking, Dallas Cowboys loses 2 games when Dak comes back in. Do we go back to Cooper Rush? Do they go back to Cooper Rush? Look at me saying we. Stu Lerner, Cooper's playing well, but that defense is the identity of that team, in my opinion. I'm not disagreeing. But if Cooper Rush was playing like shit, we'll be talking about that. So again, the defense is playing well. And again, this is what you call complimentary football, right? Cooper Rush, he's not going out there doing anything magnificent, right? You're running the ball really well with Zeke and Pollard, taking time off the clock, keeping your defense fresh. Your guys on the outside making plays. When the defense gets on the field, they're flying around. I think what I'm seeing out there is that you simplify it for your defense. Everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody's on the same page, and now you allow your guys to go out there and play fast on every level. Lawrence, every level of that defense. Michael Parsons, lining him more on the edge, let him get to the quarterback, causing havoc. Then you go to the linebacker level, Barr. Then you go into the secondary. Like on every level, those guys are out there flying around. They're all on the same page. And that's what we talk about, complementary football. That's very important. When you got a team that's playing off one another, you're going to see success. You're going to see teams having success. You're going to see teams having fun. And that's what the Cowboys are doing, man. Sitting at 3-1, great situation. Dak's not, we might see Dak next week. We might not. But hey, man, it's a good problem to have. If you sitting there and you, Mike McCarthy, it's a good situation to have. We Jerry Jones. Hey, our starting quarterback who we pay millions of dollars is out, went out with an injury. I know I said, man, Cowboys might be dead, but Cooper Rush comes off that bench and leads his team to a 3-1 start. His first quarter. You can't be mad at that. You can't be mad at that. But But yeah, we know Dak is, when he's healthy, he'll be that starter. No questions asked. I'm mad my man D Bud ain't here because I wanted to holler at him about his guy, Baker Mayfield. I picked the Carolina Panthers to win this game. Arizona, they got on the road. They was able to handle business. They won 26-16. But they ain't looking good for D Bud's man Baker Mayfield. He has said that he was definitely a major upgrade from Sam Darnold. I'm not seeing it. So again, man, it might be a situation where they might have to tap on Sammy Donald's, Sammy D's shoulder and say, "Hey, man, I need you to get in here." But it's ugly over there in Carolina. Not sure what's gonna happen. Matt Rule, I'm pretty sure it's already been some talks, probably, but not 100% sure what's gonna happen with Matt Rule and his team, man. It just doesn't look like it's a lot of cohesiveness over there with the Panthers.
Yo,
he back.
Can you hear me?
You good?
All right. I ain't gonna blame this one on Spectrum. I'm gonna blame this one on Hurricane Ian, man. We ain't been right since. Thoughts and prayers too to everybody affected by the hurricane. Much more. I'm dealing with internet, and that's no big deal. I know people flooded, lost cribs, lost cars, lost all type of stuff, man. One of my friends, coach out in Naples, his team was affected. One of his team's parents, like literally, water rising, dealt with that storm surge, had to pretty much swim out of there with his family and get up out of there. So crazy stuff been going on. But I'm back. I'm back. AB been powering through. I know AB was gonna be good. I didn't know if it was I didn't know what happened, but the way you and that hoodie glowing right now, that godly glow off that joint, I knew y'all was gonna be solid though, man. So,
hey, we good money.
I'm glad the pod got you holding it down, man.
Hey, of course, man. You know, I'm a team player at all times, but don't try to talk all that crazy shit. We want to talk about your guy Baker Mayfield.
You turn this internet off. This the internet. It's my internet right now.
Hey. We need to talk about Baker Mayfield real quick.
You need to let Baker hold that hoodie for a week, man. He need to get the glow. He needs something back right on his team. And I gotta put it left up, man. I was wrong, guys. I told y'all it's a sign of intelligence to change your mind. I've been defending Baker. I've been saying, hey, this guy, top 20 guy, and he's healthy. He played through injury. Everybody got him messed up. Y'all been disrespecting Baker. But man, that shit looking ugly down there, Carol. I heard you mention Sam Darnold. I ain't gonna say that's the answer, but I mean, it ain't looking like it can get too much worse. What's going on with Baker and his offense, man? It looks bad. Like it looks like the offensive coordinator is timid, afraid to even call, good creative plays. And then when people are open, when people are, running through coverages, Baker can't hit them. It's just not looking good. I know DJ Moore is frustrated. Robbie Anderson's frustrated. Those receivers, those weapons, they were booing, yelling, fire Matt Rule. I don't know how Matt Rule still has a job. I don't get up here a lot and say, hey, this guy needs to be canned, he needs to be fired, he need to move on. But I mean, I don't know. I think he lost 19 straight games or something like that when the opponent has scored more than 17 points. So he gotta have somebody news or something.
It's some conversations being had. Believe that. Damn. But even like upstairs though, like you go get Sam Darnold, then you bring in Baker Mayfield. That's not working.
You brought Cam back in between that.
That didn't work. Like
that didn't work. Yeah, man. And that's you got one of the richest owners in the league down there too. So I can't imagine he continues to let this go on. Like I said, I'm surprised that rule is even still there. But it's hard to find a good quarterback. And that's why a lot of times we see certain guys get paid, or we'll see this happen, and or Lamar saying, "Hey, I want 230 plus fully guaranteed," which he should, because a lot of times you look at these teams, you're like, "Hey, what's the alternative? Or what happens if that guy does go down?" Cooper Rush, aka Cooper Cush, out there in Dallas, he making himself a lot of money right now. A lot of money. Somebody may even give him an opportunity to be a starter, but he will at least be a backup somewhere for the foreseeable future. You got Chase Daniels who be doing this thing at the Chargers. Backup. I think he came in, got a handoff, and Herbert broke his ribs, and he been chilling. But it's tough to find that position. But you got to get that position right to win. And obviously, once again, I think it's more than just the quarterback position, but that's a huge part of the problem down there in Carolina, because I feel like their defense, you watch that defense look good. Obviously, a lot of talent. You drafted a lot there. Defense look good, but man, that's down there in your neck of the woods too. So you probably got a beat on what's going on there.
And to add on to that, and we talked about it before, just as far as like, if you want to win and win a lot of games in this league, like you said, you got to have a guy at that quarterback position, but you got to build a team, like, because you just can't have a quarterback and think, oh, we got a quarterback and it's that saving grace, like we good. Like, you got to build a team, you know what I mean? And that's, obviously that's the job of scouts, front office, to do that. But right now, man, like, Panthers, man, it's ugly. It's ugly.
Yeah, but Baker, man, I got to backpedal on my Baker comments, because
you got a good backpedal too.
Stank it up. And hey, I'm rooting for everybody. I'm rooting for everybody that strap on that helmet and take that field. But
man, we're gonna tap.
Gotta call it how we see it.
3 more games. This New England Green Bay. We kind of touched on it earlier. Patriots third string quarterback. Taking the Packers to overtime. 27-24 again. Good teams find a way to win. Scratch, claw. However you got to do it, you get a win. Rodgers 21-35, 250 plus, 2 touchdowns, and INT, man. I tip my hat off to the Patriots, man. Down 2 quarterbacks. You got your third string in there, and you fighting and you winning. You clawing. Not winning, but you fighting and you clawing, trying to get that win. Anything you saw out of the Packers, out of the Patriots?
You know what? I still see. I feel like the Packers are like right there as far as on the cusp of being a really good offense. Still explosive plays are still there. But somebody needs to step up and just be that guy and fully earn the quarterback's trust. He always has that one guy, whether it's Greg Jennings or Jordy Nelson or Devontae Adams, Randall Cobb, in his heyday when he was in that slot killing. But Dobbs been balling. Christian Watson, who we sat down with, I think he'll continue to come along. But you got young guys out there who just need to continue to make those plays. And they're right on the cusp, but very, very impressed by what the Patriots were able to do. You think about, what is it, Bailey Zapp, I think his name is, third string quarterback. You think about how quickly his life changed. Like 2 weeks ago, a week ago, he over there maybe getting a few reps on scout team, probably throwing to the running backs or doing whatever, being that third string quarterback. And then a week, 10 days later, whatever, the backup goes out there, Hoyer goes out there, gets hurt. And now you in the game with Aaron Rodgers, going against that talented Green Bay defense, and he played his ass off. He played his ass off. So you got to be proud of what he did, what he put out there. He has to be proud of that. His family does as well. You took that team to overtime, and almost got to win in a tough environment too in Lambeau. It's not easy to win there. But yeah, so shout out that quarterback. Shout out to Jack Jones too. Young corner. I don't know if you saw that pick 6 he had.
Yeah.
But yeah, he jumped that like he was a 12-year vet. You don't see that happen with A-Rod much.
And when you jump those on the sideline like that, shit, 9 times out of 10, you probably got to beat the old lineman and the quarterback. But go bump your head on that goalpost.
Facts. And it was right before halftime too. So like a 2-minute situation right before halftime. So that's a huge play by the rookie second round pick. Smooth break. That definitely got to make the everything DB clear. Even though they did catch that L, that was a smooth play. So excited to see his ascension at that cornerback position. But yeah, man, great game. Once again, find a way to win. Yep. That's what it comes down to in the league. You got to find a way to win. They could have won this one in regulation too if the Hops hold on to that through the ground. It was one of those close Dez Bryant, Calvin Johnson situations again. But yeah, man, find a way to win. Packers after that ugly start to the season, got to win against the Patriots. And Belichick, seeing Belichick and A-Rod embrace after the game, it was a little, they talked a lot before the game and then after the game. That's probably the longest I've seen Belichick interact with anybody after a loss, especially. So probably A-Rod said that's probably the last time they'll face off against each other. So that was interesting to see. But yeah, that's what I'll take away from that game. A-Rod and that offense, I think, right on the cusp has still been special. Mm-hmm. And then Jack Jones, like I'm gonna keep a close eye on him at that cornerback position. I heard you speaking on the best receivers in the game. That was kind of when I first jumped in. You were speaking on Justin Jefferson, I think.
Yeah.
What was the combo there? Somebody say he was the best, or what
I was just his numbers he put up yesterday, 10 catches, 150 plus. It was just crazy. Young in his career, just a few years ago, Adam Thielen was obviously wide receiver 1 there. Diggs leaves, and they draft Jefferson, but the numbers that he's been putting up this year, it's like, could he be best receiver in the league?
Ooh, I would say he in that top five conversation. He got the better of Lattimore last week. This past week, should I say, and then the week before that, though, the Lions did a pretty good job against him, limiting him, had Okuda on him with safety help a lot, and then the week before that, Slay ate his food. Yep. Slay had that seatbelt on him. So, but you're gonna have those as a one receiver. I would say top 5. I would still put Tyreek Hill over him. I still put Cooper Kupp. It's a conversation maybe with him and Diggs, but he's kind of in that, Chase, Devontae Adams, but he definitely in that top 5 conversation. But on the other side of the ball, it's a young boy in his second year right now, Pat Surtain II. He might be best corner in the league right now.
Best corner?
The best corner in the league right now. I'll probably take him, Slay, and probably like Trevon Diggs, probably my top 3 guys right now. But when you watch Surtain, bro, man, like his technique, is so sound from the press, from off. He obviously a big kid, 6'2", 200 plus.
Yeah,
the way he's able to move, like everything you want at the cornerback position, like he got it. And obviously his pops was a great corner in the league for the Dolphins for a long time. Then he was coached by his pops as well. Then he goes to Alabama, gets coached by Nick Saban. And then he talks a lot about how Vic Fangio has a big impact on his game as well. So special, man. Special.
Yeah. I mean, I can't argue that. He been balling. To say best corner in the league year 2, I mean, that says a lot,
Hell of a lot.
That says a lot. But again, to your point, man, having a father that did it at a high level for a long time, that helps. And then just that defense, and we talked about it last week when Denver played the Niners, and just that defense just all around is a good defense. And we got it here where Broncos what I would say the Las Vegas Raiders was able to get their first win yesterday.
Mhm.
1-3 now. The Broncos, I think Broncos, man, I think this season might be like this the entire way, man. Just here, man. Like it's still not looking right. Even when you get a win, you be like, okay, it looks all right, and then they come out here and I can't even tell you if this is a game that they should have won, but
yeah, you can't say that. It was,
yeah.
Defense, man. I think I'm not sure. Defense been playing really, really well. But offensively, it just hasn't been there. But Gordon with untimed, I don't know how many fumbles he had this year, but I feel like he coughed that dope up every game. It seems like, at least. I think Javonte Williams get hurt. I saw 2-6 in there a lot late, but they gotta figure that out. Russ got to figure it out. You got your money, Russ. You came there with very high expectations, very similar expectations when 18 came there, when Peyton came there. Like, they felt like, hey, we got good defense, we got good skill positions. Like, this is the missing piece. So much so that the owners, richest owners in the league, gave you 200 plus before you even took a snap as a Bronco and said, hey, you got the keys. We about to let you cook. Brought in Hackett, new head coach. So, you threw a quarter of the season. I think 2-2?
2-2.
Yeah, 2-2. So, they gotta figure out. I gotta start looking better than this look, to your point.
Yeah. Woo. Say threw him that bag.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the. Did you pick the Raiders in this one? I think.
Hell nah. Man, these don't so stink. I don't even got a man.
Broncos took that L, like AB said. Raiders got their first win of the season, first win of the Josh McDaniels era. So I'm sure that feels good to get that monkey off their back. They were the only winless team coming into week 4.
Last night
got one.
Chiefs, Bucks.
I knocked out on this one.
Yeah, I did too. Chiefs and Bucks, man. Chiefs, Pat Mahomes. I know I seen the highlight of a touchdown he scored. He spent off my man and then threw it to
that was crazy.
It's crazy. Chiefs obviously was able to get a win over Tom Brady and the Bucks. I picked the Bucks in this one. I caught another L.
Javonte's out probably a long time, according to Ian Rappaport. And this is a comment coming from Till Abendroth. But so yeah, I thought I saw him go down, but speedy recovery to him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I actually got this one right. I had the Chiefs on this one.
Yeah, I picked the Bucks, man. It was a long day for your boy, man. I think I was under 500 yesterday, money line. I was going through my shit this morning.
You was hot too,
man. What?
Hey, it be like that, man. That's the league. It comes at the ebbs and flows. You just gotta keep your blinders on, AB. We got Thursday. I don't even know who played Thursday yet, but we got Thursday night football coming up. We on a 1-game win streak with the same game parlay. So I'm gonna put another same game parlay on tonight. This San Fran Rams game, but I'm probably under 500 too this weekend. Lewis Hamilton messed up my F1 parlay or Super Boost. It's all right though. Long season, a lot of ball left. The Chiefs found a way to get a win. Both of these teams were coming off losses.
Yeah,
the Chiefs and the Bucks. Chiefs won 41-31. Like I said, I didn't see the end of this game. I want to say I fell asleep probably midway through the third quarter. And one of my boys texted me right before I fell asleep, actually, like, hey, man, I think the Bucks, they about to turn it up and come back. I said, nah, I think the Chiefs about to turn it up a notch. And I woke up to a text from him like, good call. So I assume Patrick Mahomes continued to cook. This Travis Kelce, he scored I want to say probably a minute into this game after the young boy fumbled the opening kickoff. His anytime TD.
Hey, you got to go with that.
You got to put that on the ticket every week.
You got to.
You got to put that on the ticket every week. But he always going to be productive. I tried to have a minor overreaction last week after this team lost to the Colts. AB was telling me to pump my brakes, relax, media guy, and I'm gonna relax because Patrick Mahomes still that dude.
Still that dude.
Cheat code.
Still that dude. Tonight, Monday Night Football, man. The divisional battle, Los Angeles Rams at the San Francisco 49ers. Surprisingly, the 49ers are a 1.5-point favorite. This is always a good game. 49ers always plays the LA Rams tough. I'm picking the Rams to win. Jimmy G did not look good last week, but hey, he might come back and look like the next coming of who knows, man. But I know it's gonna be a tough fourth battle right here, man. Who you got tonight?
You know what? This was the one on the pick show. Well, I went with the Niners, and you was like, probably 20 seconds after me talking about my pick, you was like, "Hey, you don't look confident in that pick
at all,"
and I wasn't, and I'm still not. But this season it's just been so weird. I feel Niners in my gut, so I'm paused. I'm gonna stay with the Niners. I'm gonna stay with that pick. I think, to your point, Jimmy G looked terrible last week, but didn't have much for an offseason, no preseason really. Time to figure it out. Time to pick it up. There is some familiar. He's familiar with Kyle Shanahan, obviously familiar with the weapons around him. So they just got to get on the same page, maybe go back to some of his old shit that he was good at. And this is a team that they play great against during the regular season, at least. So chill out, Maul. So I got the Niners and that defense led by DeMeco Ryans. I think they make it. I think they bring hell on Stafford, but y'all got to grow up, man.
That boy D-Bud tripping. Hey, man. Hey, D-Bud, man. Tell the folks about what they see in that corner, man. That fan door.
Y'all seen that top left corner? It's official. It's officially official now. Y'all see on our pick show. If y'all been tuning into the pick show for the last couple of years, we've been using the FanDuel Sportsbook lines, and now they are officially our presenting sponsors for the podcast. So they've come on. Obviously, I've had a relationship with them for a couple of years, but now they are the podcast sponsors. So we will continue to use them exclusively for our sports book lines and needs. If it's legal in your state, obviously going to use the best sports book out here in the world. If it's not legal in your state, do the necessary things to try to get it legal. And if you don't bet, that's great too. I'm not trying to convince anybody to start sports betting, but if it is something you're already doing, do it with the best sports book out here. And always, as always, gamble, bet responsibly. You know what I mean? Don't be betting your kids' lunch money,
we don't need
your rent money, your mortgage money.
Out here in the street, you're looking bad.
Yeah, man. You promise your wife and your husband a nice gift or something, your girl, and then Jimmy G messed up my parlay, baby. I swear I was gonna take you there. Nah, don't do that. So you got some throwaway little trick. As we used to call the locker room, a little trick bag.
Hey,
you got a little trick bag.
Put that to the side. You know what I'm saying? Put that to the side. Put your little, any loose change. You go to the store, you got some change like $2.25. Put that in the little stash. You know what I'm saying? Man. But like D-Bud said, man.
But yeah, man, it's gonna be a fun ride. We're gonna continue to grow and expand this partnership, hopefully. And tonight, I will be putting together another same game parlay every Monday Night Football. Last week's hit, Cooper Rush took care of business. I had the Cowboys money line. Cooper Rush over 200 passing yards. Noah Brown over 40 receiving yards, and Saquon Barkley over 70 yards rushing. So all four of those legs hit. I believe that was at plus 820 when I put it in. So tonight I haven't put it in yet. I'll pause. I'll be putting that together later, and it's gonna be a good one though. It's gonna be good odds too. It's gonna be good odds, and I pick winners. I try to pick winners, right? That's what I'm trying to do here. I'm not trying to just draw more people to get more bets. I don't care if 10 people bet the bet. I wanted to win, and I will be on FanDuel's website, fanduel.com/Darius Butler. So go get in on that bet. Once again,
William Hayes said, bet the fucking house every time. If you don't hit, double down.
You heard him. Hey, you heard him.
Man.
Oh, man.
Oh,
said, see, this ain't the right mindset. You got to do something else. Whatever you do to pay your rent, mortgage, that's what you got to do. Do not depend on your betting money for anything. This is bonus money. It's that bonus money you get that just pop up. Molly Moore said, Mick, I'm homeless.
Man, as always, man, we appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping into the pod. Monday, October 3rd. Make sure y'all tune in tonight. Monday Night Football.
Yes, sir.
Los Angeles Rams, San Francisco 49ers. You see it there, G.I. Joe. 317, smash that like, subscribe button, and enjoy the knowledge of AB and DB. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Again, man, y'all be on the lookout tonight. DB put his same game parlay out there. Again, shout out to FanDuel.
Yes, sir.
We love y'all. We appreciate the support as always. Catch y'all Thursday, same time, same place.
Yes, sir.
Out.
Yo, let's see if you got any comments real quick. Kanye Gardner has a question. We got you, Ye. What time does the show start? Starting at 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's a live show, and then you can always hear the playback on wherever you listen to your podcast to, and then you can watch the visuals on YouTube. Wherever you listen to your podcast, you can catch it. But we go live every Monday, every Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern time till 11-ish.
Yep.
And then every Saturday we put out. By Saturday night, the picks show will be out where me and AB talk through quickly every matchup that weekend. We make our picks, kind of talk about why. And that's about a 20-minute show, 20-ish around that point. Sometimes it's 15, sometimes it's 20, sometimes it's 25, depending on. But yeah, I think it's always a good listen.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yes, sir. But appreciate y'all. As always.
Have a good week, man. Y'all get your ass up 30 minutes a day.
Start your week off right. You got yours in already, AB?
Nah, not yet. I'll get mine in a little probably this afternoon.
All right, hold on. Yeah, I'm actually, I'm gonna look at my record after we get off. Sorry, I'm gonna show you. I'll probably show y'all Thursday. Man.
Ooh, shit, ugly. Man, we out, man. Peace.
Go.